Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Zeroed In Sundays. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I hope y'all had a good week, good trading week, good week overall. All right, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and hop into things and just go ahead and get into things real quick. To just recap last week, I told you guys about the Fed minutes happening, and with the Fed minutes coming out, it gave a lot of Fed officials that were already hawkish a reason basically to stay with their stance of being hawkish and thinking that there should be more rate hikes. But because of the minutes that came out on Wednesday, the non-farm payroll came out at a disastrous 57,000. So, with that being said, that might be that might be an indicator that the Fed is too hawkish right now and too antsy to hike rates when we haven't got all of the economic data that would suffice for that to happen. So, with that being said, I'm continuously watching these economic data reports that are coming out. The next big one that's coming out is going to be on Tuesday. These are going to be huge. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be super pivotal for many reasons. First off, Tuesday, I believe that it's CPI. PPI and CPI are coming out this week. I don't really pay attention to a lot of economic data and news that comes out unless it's going to move the market and bring in extra volatility. So, with that being said, this is something that is going to be definitely a catalyst. CPI and the PPI. Also, Tuesday, July 14th, is when the earnings kicks off this week in general. I think Pepsi reports on Monday and Delta, but then on Tuesday is all the major banks and they report, and it's important because the banks are cyclical, and a lot of people use the banks to gauge if there's going to be a broader opening in the market or if things are going to be more calm and more like how I say every time, if there's going to be volatility or not going to be volatility, or if there's going to be a chance that, like with the economy, what's going to happen with the economy, and how are people borrowing, how are people spending, how are they able to allocate their money, are they taking all their money out the bank, are they buying new things, are they saving their money, are they scared, are they think that finance something bad is going to happen financially. All those things, people insinuate all those things from what the banks say and how they report. So that's something to keep an eye on. Also, last Friday, another big company came onto the market, which is SK Hynix. I don't really know too much about that company. I do know that they're a memory company. I'm trying to look into them more and get a better understanding of them. As soon as I get more of an understanding, I'll lace you guys up more on SK Hynix. I know that they're a foreign company. I think they're based in China, and they had already been public, just not in the U.S. where we could buy it. So Friday, then becoming public was for me and you can buy it here in the United States. So it's already an established company. It's already had been proven and making money for a good amount of time. I don't know exactly when they came public in China. I'm gonna try to see if I can find out that information. If I can, I'll place it in a video. If not, then I'll just look it up and let you guys know next time. All right. With that being said, I'm finna go ahead and hop on the charts. Before I go on the charts, I just want to leave you guys with some words of motivation or maybe inspiration. This didn't come overnight for me. Trading didn't start overnight for me. It didn't work out overnight for me. Nothing like that. I have been grinding and working my ass off for years. This is my fourth year trading, and it didn't take until maybe 2.5 years into trading where I really started getting the grasp of everything. And still to this day, just last night, I'm watching other people that work at S&B Capital and learning strategies from them. I'm continuously learning, I'm continuously grinding, I'm continuously getting better. This game of life, not just trading, is about getting better continuously to push your limits, continuously seeing where you fall short and capitalizing because you are constantly driving this shortcoming to make sure that this shortcoming that you have becomes a greatness and not a weakness. As long as you're doing that, you're going to succeed. And that's what I'm trying to do. I hate talking. I hate being on a video. I hate having people watching me. I don't like this. I don't like doing it, but it's something that is a weakness in my life. So if I conquer this, I can conquer anything. I can continue to conquer more things. This is doing this and conquering this will give me a lot of momentum, basically. I'm trying to get as much momentum as I can so that I can continue to conquer these things and continue to thrive in the ways that I need and that I know that I can. But you guys can do the same exact thing. You guys, the people that tune into these videos and watch this information about this stock market are truly going to change their life, are truly trying to change their life. Being here and even taking the time to click on this video and sit and watch this video is showing yourself that you're dedicated, that you want to change, that you don't like how your life is, that you maybe do like how your life is right now, but you just want to make some extra money, that you just want to get to some extra money, that you're just trying to get to some extra money. And I think that that's great. Just being ambitious and continuously showing drive and dedication shows and should let you know that you're just one step ahead of the regular person that's out here that's not doing that. So always just keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the charts now. I'll see you guys there. Hey, we on the charts. What it is. Let's get right into it, man. Let's go ahead and start with QQQ. And like I say every time, the yellow boxes are previous day high and low. Previous day's high right here. Previous day's low. These orange lines are the pre-market, which is this orange colored box right here. You can see this box is highlighted from this candle all the way to this candle. And the orange lines are just the high and low of that. That section right there is the pre-market. So the orange lines are just the pre-market high and low. And these blue lines are just supports and resistance, just levels, key levels that the stock can potentially bounce off of and respect and reject, like here. Like it's coming up, rejecting it, coming down, coming over it, rejecting this, not breaking it when it comes. It's touching it, bouncing up again, touching it, bouncing up, finally breaking it. Then coming all the way back over here a couple of days later, respecting it again, coming up, respecting it again, coming, respecting it again, breaking. Can't break back over, come down, breaks back over, touches and goes. These key levels are going to be respected. You just got to make sure that you're drawing your key levels appropriately. That's the biggest thing. These are all the key levels that I have as of right now. I don't see anything else to add. In the trust tapes. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the video. Like I said, if you guys want something specific, how I make these key levels, how or how I get these pre-market high and low, how I get yesterday's previous day high and low, feel free to ask in the comments. I have no problem making that dedicated video for you, just to take some time to make sure that you guys get this is so important. Getting these basics is the most important thing about trading. Once you have these basics, nobody can take this skill from you. You're gonna be well versed in trading. Once you just work on these basics and get this basic understanding of previous day high and low, what these candles mean when they're rejecting the level or if they're respecting the level. Sorry about that. All things like that are all things that you're gonna have to know and have to implement when you're on the charts. On Friday, you can see that Nvidia came up to this key level that I have drawn right here. It hit pretty hard. Last week, the news that came out on the video was that China was talking to them about potentially allowing them to sell their, I think it's the H200 chips. It's not the chips, it's not the Rubin chips that they have, not the best chips that they have right now, but like one of the better chips that they do have that's still gonna help China in their AI efforts and the things that they're trying to do. Donald Trump and a lot of Americans, a lot of people of power don't want China to have the most up-to-date chip, understandably, to because they're in competition with us. They're in competition with us. We don't want them to best us and give them a leg up. So we've been having this back and forth with the chips and can Nvidia sell to China? Can they not? So Nvidia right now is missing a large chunk of revenue that it's usually getting from China. That's why I'm so bullish on Nvidia. I still have all my shares in Nvidia, and I'm waiting. I should have bought a long-term contract back when it was just at 192, but anything close to 200, I'm gonna get in this long-dated contract until the end of next year because I think there's a lot of more upside with Nvidia, especially if they can get the sales from China, because that's just a lot of revenue that they've been missing out for like the last 3 or 4 quarters, and they're still been killing their numbers without China. So imagine what it's gonna be when they get China back as a customer and as a player in the game. Just keep an eye on the video. Keep an eye on the video. Next stock I'm gonna go over is Apple. Also notice that I just trade the same stocks. I trade the same stocks every week. That's when I became profitable when I wasn't just looking for a new setup in a stock that I'm not familiar with and I don't know how it moves or anything like that. It's better to get acquainted with the stock, get accustomed to how it moves, and then it's easier for you to execute on it because you're so accustomed to it. And oh, it's doing this. It usually does this, so it's a better chance when you go to execute because you're familiar with it that it's more likely that this can happen. Probabilities, that's all that trading is, putting the odds in your favor by back testing, by charting out these charts, by looking at the tape, by doing all of that. This is Apple's previous high. It made a new high right here. So I didn't, in after hours, you can see how it's closing underneath it, these candles. So we're going to see if it can break above the high and maybe potentially retest and then break or just break out. Or it's going to potentially get rejected here and move back down to the downside. So I'm going to just be paying attention to that and continuously watching that on Apple. Next stock is going to be Tesla. You can see right here that this wick, the bottom of Friday's low, is all the way down here. But if I was to draw out that wick, it's such a big area for the candles to come through, and then it's just a lot for me to take in and see. I just feel like it's way easier to just take this low right here and know that this low is still there, and just keep that in mind. But if it breaks this low, previous day low right here at this level, I can take this from there to there. Because that's a good still $2-3 move on options. That's a lot of money, especially if you're in the right contract. I'm paying attention to Tesla a lot though, seeing if it can break out of this 415 to 360 level that it's been in for a little while now. Last time it was out was June 3rd, like really out of that level. All right, and the last stock I'm gonna go over real quick is gonna be Palantir. Palantir had that big move to the upside after a hit at 107. It just shot up and has been shooting up since then. It's in a little more of a consolidation right now. But like I said, it completely trended up back here since fucking 106. It has been trending up since then. Highest it got was 138. Now it's around here 126. So we're looking to see if it's going to break down from here or if it's going to respect this, turn this to a support, and then keep going up. So we're just waiting to see what is going to come of that move and how Palantir is going to respect these levels before we execute on anything. Well, I hope this is pretty helpful to y'all. Like I said, and like I'll keep saying, if you guys have anything that you have weaknesses with, feel free to ask me. And if I can help, I'm going to help. I'll make a specific video for you for free. There's nothing that you have to pay or anything. I'm just trying to help as many people with this trading thing as I can. I just feel like the Lord blessed me with this, and I should bless people as well. This skill has honestly changed my life, changed the way that I look at things, changed the way that I think, the whole nine. So I just want to give that opportunity to people too, because they deserve that same opportunity and that same chance. Who knows, trading might be something that you fall in love with and that you can't go a day without doing, just like it is for me. I never could imagine me being in the stock market and waking up and being so excited every Monday after the weekend of not being able to trade to finally get back in the markets, or being depressed on Saturday or Friday because I can't trade on Saturday and Sunday. Like, this skill and this endeavor of trading is something that I completely fell in love with, and I think that other people can too. Not just for the money, for the discipline, for the hard work that you put in, just for having a craft that you can cultivate to your own. So don't think that you can't do it. Don't think that you can't make this money because you have this outlook on trading, or you think that trading is only for a specific type of person. It's not. Anybody can get into trading. It's just about being disciplined. It's about executing. It's about following a plan. That's it. That's all the trading is. And if you can do that, then you're good. Like I said, man, if you guys need any help on anything, feel free to comment in the comment section and let me know specifically what videos you want me to make. I'm always going to make these zeroed in Sundays. That way I can give you guys a fair and better chance of executing in the market and having a game plan when you get into the market on Monday. That way you're not just getting in anywhere and just guessing. So if you like the video, just please feel free to leave me a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the information in these videos that I'm putting out. All right, I'll see you guys next time.